Hello and Namaskar. Welcome to another session of BW4HANA Tidbits, where I share some of my knowledge and experience.
My name is Mukherjee, and today we are going to see step-by-step process to download Eclipse and install the BW4HANA, BWonHANA and Native HANA plugins, which results in different perspectives. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. Alright, so now let's see the step-by-step process to download Eclipse and then install your BW and HANA plugins. There has been a lot of questions around HANA Studio versus Eclipse. So right at the outset, let me clarify that. So HANA Studio is also based on Eclipse, and Eclipse itself is a standalone IDE, integrated development environment, which you can download and then you can install a plugin. If you talk about HANA Studio, you are talking about a package, and that package includes Eclipse plus the plugins. The HANA Studio includes BW plugin, it includes the native HANA plugins. But when you go for the Eclipse route, not the HANA Studio route, you are doing two steps. First step is downloading the Eclipse software, and then the second step is downloading the plugins. I prefer the latter method, which is two steps. First download the Eclipse and then the plugin, instead of the HANA Studio, because there you have more control what you want to download as a plugin, what you don't want to install. But if you go to the first method, which is HANA Studio, then you are downloading the package, and that might include things which you don't want. But both of them are one and the same thing. You will get Eclipse and you will get the plugins, which will result in different perspectives in Eclipse. So when you download the plugins, they end up being different perspectives, like BW modeling perspective and HANA perspective. Like in HANA, within HANA, you have modeler, administration console, and development perspective. So these are different plugins which end up being perspectives. Alright, so I'm going to teach you today, I'm going to go through today the latter method, that means the two-step method. And the step number one in that is download Eclipse. So you have to go to this website, https://www.eclipse.org/downloads/ and then go to the recent version. So basically on the website there will be listed that this is the recent version, and at the time of this document preparation, the 2021-03 was the latest. I think still it is the latest if I'm not wrong. So you have to download that, the installer file, and then once it is installed, then what you have to do is basically go to the help menu icon or the menu feature and then click on install new software. So on the left hand side, you can see that I already have my BW4HANA, BW project, ABAP project and S4HANA project set up. But when you do it for the first time, it's going to be blank. So it's going to be a clean start. So once Eclipse is installed, downloaded and installed, then you have to open Eclipse and then go to help and click on install new software. Once you go there, it will give you available software, and this is going to be blank, and the listed components will be blank. So you have to click on add. Now what are we adding here? We are adding a site, a website, an address, a URL, and that URL is tools.hana.ondemand.com/latest if you want to go to the latest one. But you can also go to the previous versions if something is not working in the latest version and you find that the previous versions had a stable, more stable versions. You can also type 2020-12 or 2020-09. Now, how do you know what is the exact version when you don't get things in the latest? So to do that, you have to actually go to the website, and that website, I'll just quickly show you the website. So this is the website, which is tools.hana.ondemand.com, and here you can see that we have the SAP development tools, and under tools we have ABAP, we have BW, we have Cloud, HANA, IDM, Mobile, UI5. And then in BW you will see that we have the 2020-09, same for ABAP as well. In fact, these versions, available versions for Eclipse, will apply as per the checkbox for different components, for different tools. So as you can see, for BW we have 09, we have 12, we have 03 or /latest. Alright, so let me go back to the document. So now you can see that we have added the location. Please remember that name is any name which is given by you. This is not the website address. The website address has to be provided in the location. So name, I have just given HANA Tools, and location is the website address where I have chosen latest. You can leave this checkbox as it is by default. Then it will show you the different components. It should show you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 components. If it is not showing you 5 components, then you have to go back to the added site and edit this and change it to 2020-12. Or if it's still not showing up those 5 components, then go to 2020-09. So if you see these 5, then you have to choose first the ABAP development tools, which is in short called ADT. And then we have the BWMT in short, which stands for modeling tools for BW4HANA and BWonHANA. Okay, powered by HANA and on HANA are one and the same thing. So BW4HANA and BWonHANA, these modeling tools apply to both. And then finally the third one, which is HANA tools, which will give you the modeler, development and the administration console perspectives. Then once the plugins are installed, it's going to ask you to restart your Eclipse. So please go ahead with that. And once the Eclipse is restarted, now if you click on this small icon on the top right corner, you will see these different perspectives: ABAP, BW modeling perspective, and SAP HANA perspectives, which is administration console, HANA development and HANA modeler. And then the final couple of steps is add the BW and S4 HANA systems in your SAP logon pad. So just because everything is gradually moving to Eclipse and to the web does not mean that the SAP logon pad role is completely gone. You still, as a prerequisite step, you still have to add your systems in the SAP logon pad, and then you can add the BW and ABAP projects, which I will show you in another video, which will be dedicated for how to add projects and what kind of projects are there. So the last step is you will add your BW and ABAP projects and connect to the systems added in the SAP logon pad, and then you can continue your work. Many of you might already know this. This might be a very basic stuff for you, but there are a lot of people who are transitioning to BWonHANA and BW4HANA world, and they are starting to use Eclipse, and I hope this video will help you understand the difference between HANA Studio and Eclipse, because these two terms are used interchangeably, and this route is my preferred route, but you don't have to necessarily adhere to this. You can choose the first one, which is directly downloading the HANA Studio, which is the package. But if you choose to go to the second method, then this is how you do it, and this is how you will get all the different perspectives. And lastly, to keep the Eclipse and the plugins updated with the latest versions, what I would recommend is you go to your window, go to preferences, and then type updates, and then you will have automatic updates. Click on that, and you will see that you should check the box automatically find new updates and notify me. For me, it is already checked. If not for you, then please make sure this is checked, and then you can choose that you need to look for updates each time Eclipse IDE is started, or look for an update on a particular schedule. So that's up to you. And then you have download options, search for updates and notify when they are available, or you download already the updates and then you notify. So again, you have a choice there. And finally, when the updates are found, you need to get notified every 30 minutes. Like for example, when you start your Eclipse, and it will give you a pop-up in the bottom right hand side corner that updates are available, and then you say remind me later. then every 30 minutes it will keep reminding you. If you want that, then you can choose that, or you can just say that remind me once, and if I close that pop-up, then don't remind me until I restart my Eclipse. So those kind of options are available. So you can choose that, and you can say apply, and you can say apply and close. This will make sure that every time you start your Eclipse, if there are further updates or any recent updates on the website, on the site which you have added, then it will propose that the updates are available. It will notify you, and then you can take the decision accordingly. Thank you very much for listening. I hope this video helped you. Please click that like button and subscribe for any latest videos you would like to have on my channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.